Hey guys, how you doing? What were you singing there, Sasha?
Oh, you were up on the Pirate ones.
Where was that from?
Thomas Dolby.
Oh yeah, you Sasha was listening to Thomas Dolby. Is he the guy that invented Dolby?
No, he's not. I don't know why you always say that.
Well, because his name's Dolby, so then it makes sense. He's the guy that blinded me by science, right?
She blinded me with
Is
science.
she is he still alive or is he
Yeah,
dead?
he's still alive.
He must be old.
He's born in 58, I think.
Well, that's your Madonna was born in.
Yeah, a lot of great people were born in 58, or rock star people. Nikki Sixx was born in that. Andy Gibb was born in 58. Prince was born in 58. Michael Jackson was born in 58.
Wow,
Um, who else? Like a lot of people were born in 58.
that's pretty cool. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That
had a friend that was born in 58 and she was a singer.
I dated a girl once born in '58.
Really?
Yeah. That's weird. 5 years older than me, right? That's kind of bizarre, isn't it?
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't believe in age gaps like that. I think that's usually a
Well, I've
mistake.
dated people younger than me
Have
too.
you ever dated anyone older than you?
Yes, you. What do you think?
Yeah, and I just had a birthday. So today's my birthday, in fact. It was a good birthday, guys. Thank you. Oh, by the way, welcome to Night Owls. You guys are probably wondering what the hell's going on because we just kind of start Night Owls when we feel like it. We're doing it Friday nights now instead of Sunday
Sunday.
nights.
Because there's too much going on
We got a
Sunday.
lot of stuff going on Sundays, and so what we're gonna do tonight, Sasha got off early for work because it's my birthday. Usually she works now, so we decided to fire this up early. But other Fridays maybe a little bit later. I hear the cat's meowing
It's
too, though.
Buddy.
Is he hungry?
Well, then you fed him, right?
Yeah, I fed him,
He's all
so
right.
yeah.
He's just used to hanging out with me, and I think all this
He's getting
group.
jealous.
Well,
Yes.
he can't get around me because he's scared of certain dogs,
Is
and
he?
she's
Is
scared of them, and
oh, okay.
all the animals here don't get along and they fight.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because they're all sweeties.
So it's good to be with you guys. Our night owl show we do once a week. It's different than my other show, and it's kind of like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing. We don't really have a lot of specific things planned. Although I have a few things I want to talk about, Sasha.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about, really.
Well, we'll do that. We're going to get into it. So, guys, if you want to interact with us, we have Power Chats there. We have Super Chats on YouTube, and on
Stream elements. So.
Stream Elements is equivalent of the Power Chats. And then on Rumble, there's rants. So that's the way you guys can interact with us. And
Somebody says they can't hear us though. Well, maybe I should speak up a little bit.
is it? Let me just pull up the volume, maybe. I don't know what this is. Is it too low still, guys? Sorry about that. We're not using a
Microphone.
no. So I maybe I could adjust
Yeah,
this.
they want us to be louder. Everybody
All
says,
right.
"Oh yeah, there you go."
All right. How about this, guys? Is
Yeah,
this
the mic
better?
volume was kind of low. Can you guys hear
Well,
us
it was
now?
automatic. Are we better now, guys?
Hold on, I'm waiting for a
All right.
response.
Is it better? Testing one, two,
Nobody
three.
said anything.
Someone say if this is better than it was. I really.
Better now. Thanks, KMax.
Okay,
KMax
thank you,
says, "Thank
K-Max.
you." I'll try to project better too.
Yeah, well, part of this is my fault because I forgot. I came back, we're back in Fayetteville, and my good mic I left into,
The
um,
Wolf's Lair.
it is the Wolf Slayer. That's, I wonder if I'll get in trouble talking about the Wolf Slayer because that was Hitler's place, right?
No,
So
is it?
you didn't even know that, see?
No, I don't know much
Yeah, so
about history.
don't know much about history. Do you
Not
remember that
really.
song?
I do.
That was pretty good. I know a lot about history though, so
You do.
yeah.
I know a lot about like the 80s.
Oh, well, that's not much history.
It
That's ancient
is to
history.
Zoomers, like
Yeah,
young
that is
people.
ancient history. I was just talking about stuff that was back then that young people don't know about and they won't know about. It was, boy, the cats are hissing and everything else is so hilarious.
Oh, Button's over here now. She's scared.
The dog Button is scared of that one cat, Louise. So yeah, we
It's all
have a
right,
dog
Button.
that's just a little wussy pussy
Why do you get
dog.
away from those cords?
Yeah. So we got a menagerie here, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that is. So I hope the volume's good now. And what was I? Oh yeah, the stuff that you don't. I was just thinking about, for example, people don't know about road maps anymore because of GPS. But that used to be a thing. When you went on a vacation, you got your road maps from like gas stations. And
Yeah.
originally they were free because I remember my dad would stop at a gas station and you get a free map. They just give you free
Then they
maps.
started
Then
charging
they
for
started
them.
charging, yes. I should have asked for one. I should stop at a road map. Do you guys have a road map?
I had a map when I went to Amsterdam because I didn't have like a
Mm-hmm.
smartphone because it was 2008.
Right.
And I used that so I could find my way around the city because I didn't know where
Yeah.
the hell anything was.
Yeah.
Knock it off,
Yeah. The cats are
buddy.
screaming here.
You want me to go over there and break that
No,
fight
that's
up?
okay.
Sorry about the cats,
So you're
guys.
saying you had your maps?
Well, I had a map when I went to Amsterdam so I could find my way around the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that used to be a thing. You don't see much. I loved maps
hmm
as a kid.
Oh,
That's
I
one
did
thing
too.
too.
I used to study them,
Mm-hmm.
and me and my friends, when I was younger, we would sit around and we were planning to hitchhike around America, and I would make lists of all the major cities we were going to go to, and had all these fantasies about. Of course, we never did, but it was fun
I
to
always
dream
had the
about.
fantasy as a kid because we had those not a map, but then the fancy ones. You remember the Road Atlas? I think it was
Yes,
AAA. It was
I
like in a
I
big
found
book.
one at my dad's.
They were pretty cool.
Yeah,
And I once, when I was a kid, I'd have a fantasy. I'll flip through it and just randomly pick somewhere.
and
And I'm like,
go.
I want to go there, to some small town in Nebraska or
Well, you
something.
remember that movie Mermaids that had Cher and Winona Ryder in it? That's
Mm-hmm.
how she found where they lived. She closed her eyes and was like,
Really?
and then
Have you
that's
guys
where.
ever done that? I wonder if anyone's ever done that. That would be kind of fun. Randomly, just yeah. But I would probably do an over, like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
New Jersey. No, I'm gonna do an over. Oh, so, but that'd be, just get some weird town that you just randomly pick and go there. I used to do that when I used to do road trips if I had a lot of time. Sometimes if you get off the highway, it can be really quite interesting. You go to
hmm
little diners. It takes a long time though. It really does take a long time, but it can be beautiful. I
There's a lot
once
of
did
flea
that
markets
on
that
in
way.
California instead of visiting my brother and went down to LA. Instead of taking I-5, which is a quick way, I took Highway 1 on the
hmm
coast, and it's really beautiful. It's slow though. It takes forever, but it's beautiful. So a lot of times taking backways can be fun, but that reminds me of the old maps. And the other thing you don't hear much anymore about is I should ask for a phone book. Remember that? A phone book. You could used to look up people and just find out what their number is. Everyone's worried about not doxing. In my day, doxing wasn't a thing. It's like, oh, let's look up Paul Ramsey. Oh, there's his address. There's his phone number.
Yeah.
That used to be a thing. Then if you want to be super secret, you could be unlisted. Did you guys have that
We were
concept?
unlisted.
Yep.
My
Okay.
aunt unlisted us.
Oh, that's
I don't
good.
remember exactly why.
Probably for safety.
But
Although who'd want to go where you guys live, really?
we're Rockford.
Oh, I thought you meant in Arkansas.
Nothing wrong with Rockford. It's a little crime
I
ridden.
thought you were in Arkansas because
No.
where you were is kind of rural. I couldn't imagine someone
I
going out
lived
there.
most of my childhood until I was 13 in Rockford, and then
Yeah,
we
I know.
moved.
And then you moved to Arkansas, so I
Right.
got kind of confused on that. So, but yeah, you don't see that anymore. And another thing I'm going to ask just to troll someone is like, do you have a phone booth? That used to be a thing, a phone
Oh, I
booth.
know, because I didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
And I lived with this shitty apartment, and I remember I had the flu or something, and I
Mm-hmm.
had to walk down to the payphone and call in. And the next time I get sick, I didn't go. And I never miss work. And so my boss had sent somebody over to make sure I was okay. It was kind of funny. I'm like, I'm really sick, and I don't want to walk to the payphone. Yeah, those days sucked. It's nice to
Oh,
have a
and in
phone.
university, I'll do you guys that went to university, I'll tell you something that sucked. It was really the personal computer. Well, they had personal computers, but they're still new. And so when I was in university, if you're going to do a research assignment, you would have to go to the library to find the
Oh, we
information.
did
There was no
too.
internet. You went to the library,
hmm
and then you had to type it. And I couldn't type very well, and typing fucking sucks because you make an error, you have to white out the whole.
Yeah.
And so that
With a
is like
typewriter, not a computer.
oh yeah, it was a typewriter.
Yeah.
And it was fancy, it was an electric typewriter,
Yeah.
but still it was a
That's how
typewriter.
I learned to type.
Now my grandmother had a real old typewriter. You had a pedal. Remember those? You had a pedal, a typewriter.
Pedal. Like
Yeah.
with your foot, like a sewing machine?
Yes, and it got the typewriter going.
Nuh-uh.
So,
Bullshit.
well,
That's
maybe
not a
not.
thing.
Maybe that
Oh,
was a
you have a
sewing machine.
rant. Yes, a sewing machine has a pedal.
Yeah.
Because we had old typewriters. There was never a typewriter with a pedal.
This link has a 25 Locust movies and
Shows,
shows. Let's
reviews of
view
it.
of it. Okay, we'll take a look at. I didn't know they did this.
Let's see if we've actually seen any of them.
All right.
I am
Well,
not going to see the new Snow White.
hang on. Let me share the
Okay,
screen to
sorry.
our audience. Otherwise, they can't see it. All right. Oh, is this a new Snow White?
Yeah, the woke bullshit.
Why are they putting the 2025 Snow White?
It comes
Okay.
out next year, I
Oh,
guess.
is that gonna
I
be
thought
the?
it was already done, but
Well, they're gonna have like that Mexican play the Snow White or
yeah, that
whatever.
bitch. I think she's cute, Colombian. She was complaining,
She's
usual
always
fucking
complaining.
entitled cunt. Fuck
Mhm.
her. Yeah, I'm not gonna see Snow White. I'm not
Well,
gonna.
she probably wants to make a movie before she gets deported.
Well,
So
she was in the new Hunger Games, and it was
mhm.
like insufferable even having to
Yeah.
listen to her. Hamilton, not gonna see that.
Was she in that one movie we saw that I didn't really care for that much? But what was that?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Hamilton, isn't that the black thing where they do
Yeah.
Queen Cleopatra black?
Ugh, no.
Cleopatra was not black. She was Greek,
Right.
Macedonian. She wasn't black. That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Queen Charlotte, they made her
Also
black.
wasn't black.
No, she wasn't black. Bridgerton.
I read the first book of that, and the book, they don't.
Mm,
The book wasn't really woke because
mhm.
it was just a book about a lady and a guy falling in love, but then they had to make the guy black, and I guess all this race shit, and the race stuff was not in the book.
Oh, this is funny. The Woman King, because I actually know about the story, the true story. Dahomey or whatever. That it was the state in Africa that captured other blacks in the jungle and
Hmm.
sold them to slavers.
Well, are they going to show that in the movie or
Probably
change
not.
it?
That's what literally it was, and it wasn't a woman king. There was a woman that kind of went along with it, but there was a big fat black guy that dealt with slavers because at that time the British had outlawed the slave trade,
Hmm.
but they were like pirates that did
Uh-huh.
it illegally, and they'd capture their cargo of blacks. And see, that's the thing that people don't understand. They assume that all these white people went with like butterfly nets in the jungle. There's one, and you capture them and take it
Yeah.
to the boat. No, they would go to this country, and this was run by blacks, but they
Yeah.
would catch other blacks in the jungle, and they go, "Here you go, we'll sell these blacks to you." That's how we
Wow.
got them,
Wow.
and I did that.
But they were not responsible at all.
Yeah,
Troy, Fall of a City, I've never seen it. I used to watch
they
Vikings.
probably have blacks in these. That's why.
Well, I didn't. I stopped watching. I watched, but that's
Hmm.
a different Vikings, or is that a spinoff? What the hell is that? 2022? Yeah, I have not seen that Vikings. I watched the old Vikings up to a certain point, and then I heard that got woke too, but I never saw it.
The American Society of the Magical Negroes is so funny because we obviously didn't go see this movie, but where they were doing previews when we went to see some other movies, and it was funny because I we were just snickering the
Well,
whole time.
Mosca came with us too,
Yeah.
and it was so funny the reactions on you guys' faces because I had already seen the trailer before something else, but you should have seen Mosca. It was the funniest shit. Like, and then you too, and I'm like, every time we go to the movies, there's a preview for some woke
Well,
trash.
it was so ridiculous that the premise was blacks are just so exhausted having to behave around whites or
Right.
something. I'm like, yeah, not around here, that's for sure. They're loud, obnoxious, but that was a hilarious premise. So that did
Hmm.
look. Annie, is that the one they made black? I guess
Yeah,
that new
fuck
one.
that. Not gonna watch that. I like the old Annie.
Oh, dear white people,
Not
that's where
interested in
yeah, we
that.
don't get a lecture. The
Not gonna
little,
watch a Little Mermaid. I love the old
what did they do? They
cartoon.
made her black too.
Yeah, I thought you knew that real ugly girl with the eyes that are real
Hmm.
far apart.
The Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power.
Yeah,
Oh,
not.
that's where they made the Black
I
Hobbits
don't
or
think
something.
I've seen any of these movies,
Mhm.
honestly.
Ghostbusters. Oh, that's 2016. That's where they
Not
made an
interested.
all-female cast.
Yeah, have no
And
interest.
Milo got banned from Twitter back then because he said that one girl, I want to say her name is Ramsey for last name or something. You know who I'm talking about? She's really big and tall, black lady. And he said, "Oh, she reminds me of a guy I used to date."
Yeah, I remember that.
Batwoman. I
Not
don't remember that.
interested.
The Marvels. Oh, that was
No.
that bomb. Remember that came out
Yeah.
recently, and I knew it was going to really suck. They had the blonde white woman, and they had a black, and they had some.
Leslie was her name. Leslie something. I
Yeah,
can't. I
Ms.
can't remember her last
Marvel,
name.
She-Hulk.
I like the comic book She-Hulk, the old ones,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I wonder why it's woke. Um,
Velma.
I guess they can't make anything that's not woke now. That's comic book related. Peter and Wendy. I have not seen a Star Wars movie since the one that came out in like
Well, you see, the
2016.
new Star Wars are working on the series that they said the goal is to offend white people or
Oh, The
whatever.
Force Awakens. I think that's the last one I saw.
Was it bad?
Yeah, I didn't think it was good. I thought it was
Yeah,
boring.
it is bad. And
Django, I did see Django and I didn't care for it, and I saw Barbie and I didn't care for it.
it was surprised how many people on the right thought it was secretly based Barbie. It wasn't. It was a feminist bullshit.
It was. And it wasn't a good movie. Aside from that, you can have some propaganda be entertaining that was not entertaining.
Hmm. Battlestar Galactica, I saw that series and it started out pretty good. The 2004, that was originally like a 70s or 80s thing. Then
Yeah, I
they did
never
it.
saw that either.
It wasn't too bad that I remembered it. Let's see here. So those, I haven't seen a lot of these.
I mean, I saw two, I think, on the whole
Yeah,
list.
usually we obviously don't see movies that are woke or offend us. So
At least not on purpose.
no,
There's been times I've watched stuff and you're like, okay, well, like Barbie, we didn't know.
yeah.
I just
Usually,
like Barbie.
usually I avoid stuff like that.
Oh, I do
So,
too.
and we were talking about what we were talking about. What, let's see. Oh yeah, stuff that if you went in a time machine back in my day, they didn't have. Well, I remember we had as a kid, we had chalkboards with
Yeah,
real
we did.
chalk,
We did too.
and it's so funny. It was kind of like a Tom Sawyer thing. You try to be a good kid so you could hit the erasers outside. It was like, yeah, that was a real, come over on you
I'm
here because
sorry.
that's okay. Oh, what am I pushing you?
Yeah, you hurt me.
So that was
Button
chalkboard.
wants up here.
Well, she can come up if you want. That'd be too much of it.
Button.
Coming up, button.
Button, you want to sit on my lap?
Yeah, that'd be a lot of stuff up
I
here.
love Derpy Doo.
She's a cute
Derpy
dog.
Doo's addicted to TV.
She likes to
And it
watch
was
TV.
so funny. Last week I came over and Paul was in the room because he took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Button were in the room. And I turned the TV on. You know, the TV makes the noise when you turn it on. And she came running out from the bedroom and just got her snout in front of the TV. And she watched St. Elmo's Fire with
Mm-hmm.
me. We watched About Last Night together. There wasn't even a dog in those movies. And she did like the whole time was like this.
She just
And then
watches,
as an
yeah.
experiment later, we were all in the back room. And I told Paul, I said, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put Frasier on because he's got her addicted to Frasier. And I said, I'm going to put Frasier on, see if she comes
Button
out there.
loves Eddie. If you remember that dog Eddie, she just loves Eddie.
And
Yeah.
so I turned the TV
Yeah.
on, and there was a couple ads before it came on, and then right when the doo 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 whatever the
Yeah.
music to Frasier, she came bolting out of there, and she was
Mhm.
so excited. And I've never seen anything like it. My cat Sherry used to watch like bird videos and stuff. She never would watch stuff like St. Elmo's Fire with me. Button just likes the
Mhm.
TV. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
she really does.
I'm gonna make a video. I told Paul we should make a video when I come over.
Yeah,
Record her going to the TV because you guys will think it's funny.
she is. She's a first dog I've had that really likes to watch TV. The other thing that changed that people don't know, young people, is communications. I can remember a long distance call. You had to really time
You
because it's
did.
expensive. And forget about if some of you guys are overseas like Australia, Europe, forget about it. You just want to call. It's too
Oh,
expensive.
people are saying the volume's low again. Yeah, sorry, we don't have a microphone with us this time.
Yeah, sorry
So
about
I'll
that.
try to project more. I get kind of
Yeah,
hoarse.
let me try to fix this here.
Sorry, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know.
Probably poor Paul, I'm crushing him.
Let me just see the audio again then. Well, the mic's up all the way. Mic volume and default mic, webcam, test, test, test. It shows that we're doing this. Maybe we need to, let me see here. I don't know, maybe take off the stereo. Is this better, guys, if we took off the stereo
Hey, can
sound?
you hear us better now? They're saying they can.
Can't.
Muted.
Is we're muted?
Yep, you muted us, I guess.
Oh, okay. Don't want to do that. How about now? We're okay
Now,
now?
can you hear us? Boomer, somebody says.
Yeah. Hopefully we're okay. I don't know.
Good, somebody
Good.
says.
Okay. I
Oh,
mean,
he said joke. Oh, well, thanks. Okay, we're good, I guess. We'll try to speak up.
yeah, we'll speak up here. So,
I don't remember us ever having this problem before, though. And a
no,
lot of
this
times
is
you don't have the
Sasha's.
mic.
We're not using a fancy mic. We're just using the webcam mic, but it should work. We're not that far from it, are we?
I don't think so.
No, it
Maybe I'm
should
just
be.
not talking loud enough.
I'm just trying to think if I have something set up wrong here. So the webcam, and I got it maxed up
They
to
are
the.
trolling you. The sound is good.
Oh, they're trolling us. See, you can't.
Sounds like you're in a fishbowl. Well, I don't know. Are you messing with us, or do we sound fine? People are saying they're fine. So
All right. We could do echo cancellation too.
what's that? Where it doesn't echo?
Yeah, but I don't think we're
Just leave
echoing
it
a lot.
alone. They say they can hear us.
All right, we're not going to mess with it. So sorry about that, guys. In the future, we'll use the proper mic, but hey,
Sorry, the place is a disaster because I'm still cleaning up all this stuff from my dad's house, and
yeah.
I'm trying to get some. I'm having surgery in 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get a bunch
Oh,
of shit
that
done.
reminds us all. I want to make an announcement. Next Monday, I won't be doing videos and I won't be doing the stream. Sasha's going to the doctor appointment pre-surgery, and I'm going to be taking her. and we got a lot of other errands to run. So next Monday, this Monday coming up, there won't be a show or my morning videos. So just
Yeah,
FYI, but Tuesday I will. So
because I'm not supposed to lift a bunch of stuff or do anything for like 2 weeks. I'm supposed to kind of take it easy. And I'm one of those people, I have trouble kind of
when
sitting
is that though?
still.
When's your surgery?
The 18th.
Okay, we have time for that. Yeah, but Monday
Yeah,
is just a prep, so
right.
that's not the same situation. So yeah,
No,
and then we'll work that out. So yeah, you're having throat surgery.
right.
So hopefully that goes okay, and then
Yeah,
we'll
hopefully.
yeah.
When you say shit like that, it's like, yeah, I hope you don't bleed to death on the operating
Oh, they do it
table.
all the time, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it. So and
Oh, that's sweet. Patty says he'll pray for me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah. So I mean
Nobody wants to have surgery. Now, getting 2 weeks off will be kind of nice, but I'll
yeah.
be probably sitting at the table doing jigsaw puzzles, listening to books for like two
Yeah,
weeks.
because for like 2 weeks you can't lift anything or do anything
Right.
strenuous. So
Which is hard for me because I'm selling stuff, moving stuff. I mean, I'm always doing things.
Sasha's
So,
always real active too. Just before the show, she's up there dancing to.
yeah, I
Uh,
don't always do that
but you're
though.
a pretty active person, so
I try to be.
that's good. So yeah, thanks for that. Um, all right. Let's see. I was gonna go over. Oh, how about? Do you have an update? I didn't even ask you before the show about uh your songs
Oh, we need to do that.
because you won't be able to sing
We
probably
could do it
for. All
Sunday.
right. So you got two of the songs because you remember we were paying $20 people to have
Right.
a song.
After two more.
We have
We
two
can
more.
either do it this Sunday or we can do it next Sunday. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. I just,
And we put
before the
that on
surgery, we'll
Rumble.
do it.
Rumble's a little bit better because they don't have the copyright shit.
I
But
think I owe Kim Anthony a song and I owe Dylan a song.
all right.
So,
So we'll get caught up on that. Sasha karaoke, and that should be kind of fun. And see what else to get over. All right, I just thought I would go over. You want to just get into kind of a.
sure, whatever.
Let's just get into this. What the
Oh,
heck?
this was so funny.
And this will kind of. I'm not going to put the headphones on, so they'll get a little bit of an echo, guys. It's not bad though. I've done this before. It's a little echo, so
Right.
just deal with the echo, guys. Sorry, we don't have because we have a splitter for our headphones, but I forgot that back at the house. So just suck it up. You'll get a little bit of an echo. So that's how it is. Here we go. Let's watch. This is Megan Kelly at TPUSA. I guess they're having.
Like demanding better treatment is not the way to get better treatment. Giving him twice as good a treatment is what's going to give you better treatment. Be quick to forgive. I'm sorry to be hitting this theme a lot, but have a lot of sex. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's very easy to keep men happy, and once you figure that out, your life and your relationship is going to go better. It's so simple. And honestly,
So that was a. I don't know. Did you guys hear that? Okay, it was low on our end. Did you hear that, Sasha?
I could hear it.
I could. I don't know if you guys heard that, but this was Megan Kelly on TPUSA, and she was basically, if you guys didn't hear it, I'll just kind of respond to it. She was saying um, one of the things you can do is in a relationship, if you're a woman, she's addressing to women, is be forgiving and if and give a man a lot of sex. And I thought, well, that's if you're
True.
married, I don't see anything wrong with that. And that sounds like a good advice. And then, but the responses were really bizarre. Lauren Whiskey, gross.
Oh God, the responses are so funny.
But I guess,
What a filthy woman you are. People are calling her skank and whore, and it's like, come on.
yeah, I guess, I mean, at least Megan has white kids, right?
Yeah, I actually said that to Lauren. I probably pissed her off. I said, at least her kids are white. You make your whole shtick about white people and oh, the white race, whites are in trouble, and then you hook up with a Mexican dude and have his baby.
Yeah.
I mean, come
Well,
on.
what? Yeah, I guess, but I don't see what's gross about this, really.
I
But
don't either. I
yeah,
actually like Megan Kelly. I know people on our side probably don't, but I think she does good stuff. She covered that Trump stuff pretty good about his all the stuff with his court, and I don't know. I think she's good.
yeah. We have a weird. It kind of got into the right wing circles about that. sex, even within marriage, is bad. It's really bizarre how
It
that all
is.
started. The gripers, it was sort of like, well, if you have to have sex, just do it to have a baby, but then go watch Euphoria with your boyfriend or whatever. I don't know. It is very strange, you know.
Well, what
And
are you supposed to do when you're older and you can't have kids anymore? You're just supposed to stop caring about each other and wanting to have sex? I don't get it.
I think you're supposed to think of the queen and do it. That's what the usual expression, you know. It's not something that you're supposed to like doing or something like that. And I wrote a reply. Maybe let me just see if I have my reply here.
Oh, Megan Kelly's not the one that married a Mexican guy. That was Lauren Witzke.
Yes. And here, I'll show you guys this one. And I responded to myself because I was responding to everyone. They were saying, "Oh, this is so gross." She's telling because this is something that used to really would have triggered feminists, right? A woman getting up to other women saying you need to be forgiving of your man. If you feel like you're not getting a lot out of a relationship, then try to give more. Be forgiving to the man. Be affectionate to him, and give him plenty of sex. That years ago would have been an anti-feminist message.
Right.
Feminists would have gone batshit insane. How
Right.
dare you say such a thing? And now we have the people on the right basically doing it like, this is gross. This is degenerate horror. How could someone say that?
Well, to be fair, some of the people on the right, I think, are kind of like that anyway. And like, I don't know. My aunt was very weird about ever talking about sex or mentioning
Well,
it.
I get it. She wasn't like graphic on there. She
No.
wasn't saying, oh, you know, by looking at the comments, if I didn't hear the video, I think she would have. I thought, what's she saying? That women should have sex with dogs or something?
Yeah.
It sounded like something really
I know, like,
perverted and gross.
like she,
And then I
yeah.
heard the clip. I'm like, what the hell? And I said, well, I guess Apostle Paul was a degenerate because in Corinthians, Paul said, do not deprive each other. He means by a man and a wife, but come together so Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self control. So the Apostle Paul, we believe through the Holy Spirit, was saying that sex is good. In fact, you should do it. So it's really bizarre how this got into this weird anti-sex thing on part of the right. I
Right.
didn't really
I
get it,
don't get it.
and but that is strange.
It is.
We got one from $10, Kim Anthony. Thank you. Hi guys, do you like the heat of the moment from Asia?
Oh yeah.
Trying to remember classics from the 70s and 80s. I
Remember they
didn't.
sang that in South Park.
Yeah, I didn't really care
You
for
don't like
that.
that song? Remember at South
No.
Park when he was
The
trying to get,
heat
he was
of
trying
the
to get the
moment.
shakies, or
Yeah.
he wanted a shakies made with stem cells,
Yeah.
and so he was getting all these people to abort their kids so he
Mhm.
could collect the stem cell. You remember that? And he was before
No.
like he was before like was it the Congress? And he
Yeah.
was in there and he was like, it was the heat of the moment. And people were like telling me what my heart meant. And like all these people started singing. Oh, we'll have to watch that if you haven't seen it. It's really funny.
Yeah. What's your take on this whole anti-sex movement now on the right?
I don't get it.
I don't understand that either. Because again, it's almost that used to be the real like feminist position, right?
It's
It's
not,
like,
well, why are these guys all clutching pearls?
and if you
I
look at the
mean,
context of what she was saying, she was not talking about random hookups or
no,
something
she
like that.
said her husband.
She's talking about her husband. So
Right.
she's talking about a marriage, and in a marriage, she's saying, women, be understanding to men. If you want more out of it, be forgiving and be affectionate and give your husband plenty of sex.
And they have 3 kids.
Yeah, they do. And it's like, oh, you stupid slut, whore. How can you say such a thing? I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it's just bizarre. So I don't really get it, but
Not either.
yeah, that's
Well, and what about the guys though? I could see if it was some old ladies on there getting upset, but it was guys in their 20s. It seems like when I was in my 20s, like, I don't know, people wanted to have sex in their 20s and
could it be that because they're not getting sex and so they're very resentful of people that are or something?
maybe, I
I don't
don't
know.
know. It's bizarre to me.
I never, yeah, it's kind of alien to me too, really. I can understand you're coming down like you shouldn't be promiscuous outside of
Right.
marriage or something like that, or I
Don't
get
sleep
that.
with a million dudes.
Yeah,
Or,
I get that, right?
right.
But she was talking about within a marriage and they're all flipping out and like this is bizarre. And I don't really get this. It's
Who knows? It's almost like a gay cult at this
There's
point.
almost like a strain of homosexuality
Well,
in
I
this
would say that
whole.
except gay people have sex.
No, but there
Like,
is heterosexual sex. I think is gross,
oh yeah,
strange. I don't know. I don't get it,
I
but
don't either.
there is that aspect of it in there. So, I whatever. It was just it was weird to me reading the comments and then seeing the clip. I thought I get, yeah, girls go out there and fuck all these guys and have sex with dogs and all the. It wasn't. It was like. It was,
Mosca thinks that all these women fuck dogs now, and I'm like, it's so gross. And he's like, I can show you videos of stuff. I'd like, I don't want to see these videos.
oh, gross.
It's just like of women making out with dogs and stuff. And then you showed me one on Twitter of
Yes.
this girl. It was so gross. And I was like, why did you have to show me
No, to
that?
be fair, I didn't show any bestiality.
No, it was a girl kissing a dog.
No, the one I sent you this week
Yeah.
where she said the
Oh,
woman
not
said, "Have you
that.
ever cheated on your boyfriend?" And she said, "Yeah, with his dog." You remember that?
Yeah. He
That was
said there's
gross.
this whole like large group of white women that sleep with dogs, and I'm like, come on, like that is just disgusting.
Yeah. Now see that I could see if Megyn Kelly was promoting, oh, gross, whatever. But
Right.
saying that wives should have sex with their husbands is disgusting. That's a weird take.
And
It
wouldn't you
just
want the man and woman to have sex so they could have kids? And
I
I mean, we always complaining there's not enough white people. White people, you'd be happy if somebody's telling like girls like, hey, get married, have sex with your husband.
one would
Like
think.
you'd think.
I don't quite understand it, but it's I think everyone just jumps on this type of stuff that
I think it's funny.
is weird. Just so
It's funny.
it is funny.
There's so much funny stuff on the internet. Did you see those two girls twerking at that gas station?
Yeah, that's
That was
gross.
hilarious. It was so gross, but they're just in a gas station just
No.
shaking their butts. And this guy's like, "You gotta go." And all the people around him are looking. And I was watching Gavin McInnes and Anthony Cumia because I took out a month of censored TV. And I guess they do a show together. And they were talking about all these videos, like how they like to watch these videos, make them laugh and stuff. And he said it's like his new classic rock that he just puts on as the background. And he said there's so many of them, like blacks getting pulled over by the police and stuff like that.
All right,
And it's just so
I'm
funny.
gonna look at yours because here's Lauren Whiskey Skank.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Like demanding better treatment is not the way to get better treatment.
All right, so she's talking in the context of
Mm-hmm.
women in marriages.
Right.
She's saying demanding better treatment is not the way to get better treatment. And actually, this is a lot of truth to this. In relationships, not that I'm an expert, but if you always try to give more than you're trying to get, you'll probably be happy. But if you're always worried about it,
Right.
and so I don't see any lies there. So let's go on. And I don't know if the volume's up high enough for you guys. Sorry about our bike situation tonight.
Giving him twice as good a treatment.
And she said, give him twice as good treatment. Okay, is there anything bad right now
No,
that she's
she's
saying?
basically be nice to
She's
your
going to
husband.
be really right now. She'd be pissing off feminists, right?
Right.
Because we're going to get to that.
Because feminists would think that you should be
Oh no,
treated better.
yeah, or you shouldn't do anything more. Okay.
Right.
Is what's going to give you better treatment. Be quick to forgive.
Be quick to forgive. That's
Yes.
actually biblical.
It is.
I'm sorry to be hitting this theme a lot, but have a lot of sex.
Have a lot of sex.
She even apologized for saying,
Hitting that theme.
yeah.
But again, this is what
Right.
the Apostle Paul actually addressed in Corinthians. In the Bible, your Bible.
I'm sorry, but it's true. It's very easy to keep men happy, and once you figure that out, your life and your relationship is going to go better. It's so simple.
I don't really see. So that's what she said, right? And then she's trying so hard to be quote conservative. She cycled back to be a feminist. Laugh my
How
ass
is that
off.
feminist though? Like you said, it would either be don't give more, or like I said, it would be like you would expect to be treated better because you're a woman.
Right.
Whereas she's not saying that. She's like saying, treat him better.
Right. Now, a feminist position. Hey, if you're not getting what you want from your man, you need to divorce his ass and get it someone else.
Right.
Or you don't need no man. A man. What did the feminists used to say? A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle or
Exactly.
something. And so I don't really get that. She's saying actually be more affectionate, give your man more, and be receptive to sex instead of some women they never want to have sex. Um, I just don't really get this. This is bizarre.
This is well, this is funny in the comments.
Yeah.
Somebody says yes, but the idea men want to have sex all the time is stereotyped and cringe. And the guy underneath says men do want to have sex all the time or a lot. LOL.
Yeah,
It's like they do.
and then
It's young guys especially.
and here's Sasha with her comment. At least her kids are white.
Oh, not
Zinger,
even one heart.
zinger.
Come on, guys, give me some love.
Well,
I
someone
never do
said
anything on Twitter.
she produced 3 white children, so that's something.
Yeah,
That's kind of
that's
nice.
pretty much what I said.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at these replies. The mean girl thing, sex is good. I agree.
Yeah.
The mean girl thing isn't a good look.
I agree.
Who's the mean girl?
Lauren.
Yeah, because I don't think.
Megan didn't do anything. Why is she calling her skank and all these names? I could see if she was actually being like that, but she's not.
Yeah, I don't really see I don't see the issue. I don't see it is. There's like 13, 14-year-old girls at the conference,
And
and
they don't know. I mean, come on. By the time you're 13, you've heard the word sex, I'm sure.
I mean they're teaching all this trans stuff. For
Right.
God's sakes, having sex and
And
marriage.
she's not bringing a pamphlet out, like teaching you
No.
how to do it or anything. So it's like, who cares? She said it's a word.
Yeah, she's not like discussing blowjobs or stuff
Right.
like that. I just don't. I don't really get that, guys. And it's really weird because I was telling Sasha we went to get chicken tonight. Zaxby's. In fact, I have the cup here. In Fayetteville. And I was saying it just seems like a lot of people in the past year that used to consider me too extreme, they're like using my talking
Yeah.
points. And now I'm seeing these people, like I was always been, I don't like all this LGBTQ and all the trashy shit Hollywood promotes.
Right.
And then you have this lady that says, women, be affectionate to your husbands, forgive them, and be receptive sexually to them. You fucking slut! I'm like, what? What's happening here? I don't get this. It's just, I don't.
I'll have to tell Brandon about that tomorrow. He'll get a chuckle.
So no, just so as am I clear, I think a woman forgiving her husband and having sex with her husband is not some skanky behavior.
No, it's not.
All right, maybe that's radical. I don't know. Maybe the new right is into gay homosexuality.
I think they are.
I think there could be an
There's some of that.
I think there's a theme there a little bit. I mean, I don't know.
Row House, thank you.
Row House, $10. This is a lineup here. We'll show you who's a VIP at AFPAC this year. Okay, let's take a look at that. We'll discuss that.
My butt is like hurting.
My leg was falling asleep. So we'll go over some of these people
I could
here.
put my piano bench over here and sit on that. Sorry guys, I'm over 40. Paul's even older than that, so when you get old, your bones aren't as good as they used to be. You'll see.
Yeah, wait till you get my age, and then you really. Here we go. All right, this is AFPAC.
What is this? Oh.
Row House wanted us to go over the people that are coming here. Now I'll just do my impressions. Either I like them, don't like them, or in between, or don't know who they are. Jobaya and Isabel Moody, no idea. Jimbo Zoomer, no idea. Kind of looks like Kurt Cobain a little bit.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know. Weston Wayne Walker.
Don't know who that is.
Morgan Ariel.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know. Well, is that the one that used to be into porn or something? Because there was that big to do, or is it this one?
I don't know. Oh, I know that bitch underneath.
Yeah, we'll get there. Oh, they have the bass black guy, Tenrio.
I've heard of him. I think he's been mentioned maybe on Kino Casino, but I don't know who he is.
It'd be funny if he has a table with Anthony Cumia. Because Anthony Cumia, we're on YouTube, so I'm going to be careful how I did this. But he compared blacks to something I can't say.
Yeah.
And so that will make an interesting time. Ada Luch. What kind of name is that, by the way?
I don't know.
There's two L's. Luch? Is that white even? I don't know.
I don't think it's maybe.
It looks swarthy. Doesn't it look kind of swarthy?
Yeah.
All right, then we have my favorite, Karlin Borenchenko.
Why is she gonna be there?
No, she used to attack me because I said CRT was anti-white, and she got mad at me, saying you can't say the word anti-white because it's racist or something. Remember that?
Yes.
And now she's at Nick Fuentes conference.
About you. Why is that? Why is she next ball washer now? And who would like her? Oh, it was so funny with her. She was on Twitter. I saw this on Kiwi Farms, and I might have already talked about this. She told the Groypers she'd give a mass amnesty to all of them on Twitter because I guess she went around and blocked every Groyper. And all these people were like, I don't even know who this bitch is. Like
Yeah.
half the people on there didn't even know who she was. She's nuts.
She's odd. She's a very odd woman.
Well, what does her Kiwi Farms thing say? She's a schizo cow or something like that. Like
She was like
she's
left wing, then she walked away from the left, then she got mad at me, and then she became a libertarian. Remember she ran for libertarianism, got
yeah,
like 3
lost.
votes.
Yeah.
And then now she's doing the Groyper thing.
She's real conceited too. If you see her, she's really full of herself.
And the thing
She's
is,
like she's not that bright,
I
but
thought
she
the
thinks
whole
she's like
Groyper thing was
Einstein.
no e-girls ever, right?
Yeah.
Women need
Well,
to
and
shut
why
up.
her?
Well, why are they having
She's
women?
anti-white.
Why are they having women speak at this?
I don't know.
Because I thought that's against their principles,
There's
right?
3 women.
At least.
Unless that one up top is that man dressed like a woman.
We don't know. Jake Shields,
Could
I've
be.
heard that name.
I've heard the name. I don't know who
I
it
think
is.
he's on Twitter. I think he's
That's better.
another black guy, Patriot J. Is that a rapper name,
I
Patriot
don't
J?
know. I don't know who he is either.
Chief Trumpster.
I've heard him mentioned on the casino, I think.
Paul Town, I think I've heard of
I've
him.
heard of him. Don't know who he is.
Dr. Anastasia Loris.
Don't know who that is.
Is that a black woman too?
I don't know.
I hypocrite.
Oh, he's the guy that made the documentary about Carlin.
Oh, that's gonna be spicy then.
Yeah, look, they're right. Like, there's one guy in between them. And I heard he took it down because of that. But I don't know if that's true.
Well, I follow this guy on Twitter. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I follow him too.
Leather Apron Club. I don't know who
that
that is. Dan Lyman. Don't know who that is. This guy has too many A's and too many L's. I don't know who that is.
Who that is.
Drew Hernandez.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. Tyler Hansen. Don't know who that is. James
James
Kilpatrick. I've heard his name.
This isn't very good, Paul. When I see the celebrities at Texas Frightmare, it's like, oh wow, people that are in Friday the 13th, you know all the people. This is like, who? There's like 3 people I know on here.
Kilgore. I
don't know who that is.
Elijah Schaefer.
I know who he is.
He's pretty big name. He used to do that with Sydney Watson, right?
Yes, when you were here.
Yeah.
Because remember that's where the Jack Murphy thing happened.
He's got more bass lately. Have you noticed him?
I don't know. I don't follow him.
I don't know what this is. Welcome back. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Anthony Cumia.
I know who
Yeah,
he is.
he's funny.
Yeah.
They have is this like a Muslim they have here?
Salman Ahmed.
They probably have him because he doesn't like the, you know who.
Right. I don't know who
Sam
he is.
Parker.
Don't know who that is.
Ryan Riviera.
Yeah, I like Ryan. That's Gavin's, or he used to be, I don't know if he still is, he does Gavin's sound and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember Ryan. Didn't
Gavin
Gavin always
pick on him all the time? He'd always
fire him and stuff?
Yeah, that's him.
Poor Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan seems sweet.
Keith Woods,
I know who he is, but
I got mad at him because when he was Richard Spencer's butt boy for a while. Remember that?
During COVID.
Yeah, and he would attack me for, I don't know. He was part of that
And you never even talked to him.
No, but he was like he's like that Irish twink or whatever. Yeah.
Right. He looks pretty scrawny.
Jared Taylor.
Why is Jared going to this trash?
That's okay. I like Jared. Jared is great.
Jared's awesome, but please, Jared, don't do this to yourself.
Lauren Witzke, we know.
Kyle Clifton, no.
Kyle Clifton.
I know who.
That sounds like a character. And Lucas Gage, he's okay. I met him. He just really got stuck in this one issue now, though. You know. You know what I'm talking about. The issue I can't.
What was that Nanny Hall when he said something like?
Oh, he would joke about. Someone would say, "How did you do?" He said Jew. He said Jew because Woody Allen was making fun of hypersensitive Jews.
It was funny.
No,
and they said something about how he can start hating his own people or something.
Yeah, he said they accuse us of being pornographers and destroyers of the society or something like that, and I'm agreeing with him. It was kind of funny. He was kind of funny. They don't have any. Remember, they used to have like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Paul Gosar, so they're not getting any politicians anymore. But I mean, I guess wish them well. I like Jared Taylor's worth the price of admission, I guess. A lot of the people I don't know, but
Jared, I just go to his conference.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to Detroit either.
Let's see.
Why is it in Detroit?
I don't know.
Let's go to a crime-filled city full of our favorite kind of people.
Well, downtown Detroit, to be fair though, in the buildings, if you don't go outside, you're okay.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't go
Yeah.
outside, no thanks.
Have you
I've been to the airport in Detroit, and that's it. And that's as far as I want to be in Detroit.
Yo, Daddy, happy birthday, Rams. Thanks for everything you do. Been enjoying all the extra content lately. Yeah, I made a pledge to myself just every day, every Monday through Friday, except this Monday, because unless something's up, I do a short video for everyone, which is YouTube and Rumble, and then I do a private video to Gumroad. By the way, guys, join that group app, Substack, uh, what used to be called Twitter X subscriber. So you have a lot of options to get that too. And then I do my everyday Monday through Friday, my Ramsey Paul show. And then we have our in the weekends, this Sunday, we do the roundtable. And then we have this night owls, which is a totally different thing, though. I count this as a different thing, really. So I enjoy it, but it's just different.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun. So I don't know. Thanks for that anyway. Who
That
gave us?
probably made everybody mad.
I don't care. Row House $10. Yeah. So get
I
people
wouldn't
mad at
pay,
us.
what is it, $150? No thanks. I can go to Crypticon for $40.
Well, it's a different thing though. It's
Yeah, but Crypticon's way cooler for
uh,
$40. And it's in Kansas City, it's not in Detroit. Which Kansas City's kind of, there's bad parts of that too, but I think it's on the Kansas side.
yeah. I used to live in Michigan, and you go to the Renaissance Center. It's not too bad. I don't know where they're having it, but I mean, it'd probably be okay. It's
Oh,
I
I
just
know why
don't.
they're having it, because I think TPUSA is going to be there.
I thought they're having TPUSA now, right? Because that's where we got the clip.
That's not from now, is it? Did that
Maybe,
just happen?
yeah.
That happened today?
Well,
Oh, because
well,
she did her show today and she didn't say anything about
I think that's
TPUSA.
today. Why don't you let me see when is it? Once you a week
Because I'm
ago.
pretty sure, I can look it up. I'm pretty sure that that's why the rival,
I thought TPUSA was always in Florida, but they moved it.
no, I think it's going to be in Detroit. I think
Oh,
that's what
okay.
I read. I think on Kiwi Farms.
You could be right. I don't know. I thought these
Maybe
were
you're
always
right.
in
I don't know.
Florida, but you could be
Kiwi
right.
Farms isn't always right, so.
Yeah, it could be there too.
TPUSA. Oh, you have little birthday balloons.
I do. People come to
Okay.
my thing here.
Let's see. Events.
All right, I'm gonna get into some other topic here.
Okay. It is. There's a nice picture of Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk is in. It's funny.
I
People are
don't
like,
see.
Charlie Cook. How could you have this horror on Megyn
Oh
Kelly?
God. I don't know why people hate her so much.
Uh,
She's actually defended Trump and all
yeah,
the
she's
shit
kind
that's
of
going
pro-Trump,
on.
really, but
Well, kind of. I mean, she said I want him
that's
over
okay. You don't have
Biden.
to. Let's just go back to the show. If you can't find it,
Okay, I can't find it.
let's just go back to the
Somebody in the
show.
chat can probably tell
Yeah.
me. K-Max, I bet you know, where is it? Hold on, I'm trying to get back to the chat. Keep talking.
We have content, and you're doing it on your phone, so.
Well, I was being the producer looking for
I
something.
know, but yeah, we'll just get back to it. But it doesn't matter really. So wherever TPUSA is, who is Miss Alabama 2024? Sarah Milliken. All right, this is that super fat woman that is Miss Alabama,
Yes.
and there's something though because I had people trying to respond, people that are from Alabama. Not all Alabama people are fat and obese.
No,
Okay.
but let's be real. A lot of people from the South are
But
very
not all.
obese.
No, no.
Not
I want to
all.
be fair. I want to take this off because it is not all of them.
It's not
And
all.
let me show you something else because what's confusing is there's multiple beauty pageants that are they're not the same, right?
Right.
And there's let me show you the real Miss Alabama that you think of the Miss Alabama. So I want to show you this because this is
Miss America, Alabama.
well, no, I think so. There's like three, and we're gonna try to figure this
Well,
out.
there's a Miss Universe. There's
But
Miss
this is
USA.
Miss Alabama USA. So Miss Alabama USA. So I think there's a Miss USA,
Yes.
and this is the Miss USA, Miss Alabama, which will go to Miss USA. And she's like a normal size, like she could fit in a seat, and she's a blonde girl. and Diane Westhoven.
Okay, so
Okay.
who's the big fat lady then?
Well, we're gonna figure this out. Okay.
I
So
want to know.
we're gonna break this down because I was really trying to investigate this, and
There was a man in the
that was
Maryland one.
Maryland. Yes.
Oh,
So okay. So there's that. Then there's Miss America, which is different than I think the Miss USA. They're empowering. Let me just show you the ad for this one here. So I think there's three different organizations. This is what makes it confusing. So this is Miss America
right,
and Miss America Teen, but Miss America is different than Miss USA. Okay, so you have
right.
three. You have the Miss America. Miss America doesn't do the swimsuit thing anymore, but they're,
Oh, was that people were upset about that? I
yeah, because
guess.
it's objectifying women
Who
or
cares?
whatever.
The women
If
like
the
to
whole
do it.
thing is stupid anyway. But I mean, like, what? It's always funny years ago. What will you do if you win Miss America?
Remember they made
I will help to get world peace. They don't have any
no,
function.
they did that on Mama's Family. Remember
Yeah.
she's in the Grandma USA pageant, and they asked them if you could have three wishes, what would they be? And the old lady's like, to end world hunger, to bring peace to every nation, and they do that
Yeah.
whole thing.
They always did that though. So if you were nominated as Miss America, what would you do? It's so stupid.
Cure
They won't.
cancer.
Yeah, no, they don't do anything. It's dumb.
No, if you could,
But
not what would you do?
yeah, it's just really crazy. So okay, so Miss USA, the Miss America. Okay, so that is I think the one I grew up with, and their lead now is empowering women to lead, and they don't have the swimsuit um, issue, right?
Okay, Miss America doesn't, or Miss USA?
Miss America does not have the
Okay, does
swimsuit.
not.
Miss USA does, and I'll show you this because this is the one that Trump used to be a part of, as you can see. So Miss USA is a little bit kind of I don't know. I guess everyone
Is
now
that a woman?
we're calling no. I think this is actually a woman. This doesn't have a penis.
Okay, maybe. She could be
Hawaii
tucking it.
Savannah Genk Watts. Okay, so this was
You
Genki
can't get
Wits.
Miss Brown or something like that.
Yeah.
Miss
So
Smith,
So hopefully, because I'm always worried. I don't think there's a penis on her.
maybe.
It does have that look that could be, but I would hope not. That would be a sad surprise. So I think Miss USA is a little bit sexier because they do more fancy women, whatever. You know what I mean? They look.
Right.
And then what this woman, the big obese woman,
Well, wait a minute, Paul. Let me interrupt for a second. Didn't they have something like where all the contestants maybe from Miss US or Miss America won and they get to compete to be like Miss USA or something like that?
no, they're two different things. There's Miss America is different than Miss USA.
Yeah, I know they're different, but I'm saying maybe the people, that's how they get them. Like so many people win this, they all get to compete later. You know what I mean? For a different title.
Well, no, I think they're totally different
Oh, they
organizations.
don't.
It's
e-
not
Oh,
like
they're not
it's
even
not
owned
a
by the
feeder.
same
No,
people.
they're different
Okay.
organizations.
And
This
Trump owned Miss USA.
he was involved with it. I don't
Right.
think he
Or
does anymore. But yes, he was like a judge. He was Miss USA is different than a Miss America. I think you had originally Miss America like when I was a kid. Like there she is, Miss America. Remember that? And you
yes.
go down, and then I as a kid I remember watching Miss America, and uh, and then for some reason Miss America they went through a kind of early woke stuff too because they had to get blacks to
You
win
can
in this.
tell from that photo.
Well, no. That this is different. So Miss America, then there was Miss USA to kind of challenge Miss America
Hmm.
because Miss USA was like the old Miss America. And then now they have something called, and this is where that heavy woman, National American Miss. So that real this woman that's like huge, she's from this. Unleash your potential. We're all girls with dreams. And this organization, they had that big girl, and I think they have that transgender woman in Maryland.
Okay, so is this owned by any of those, or is it
No,
all a
this is
separate
its
thing too?
own separate thing. So this is confusing, but there's three, as near as I can figure this out, it's kind of hard to figure this out. There's three separate
Right.
organizations. Miss America,
Actually, four, because Miss Teen
well,
also.
forgetting this, just Miss America, that's like the old traditional one.
Right.
But then that kind of became woke. They didn't do the swimsuit. So they made a competitor called Miss USA, which is a little sexier. and that's you
I
wear a
think that
swimsuit.
isn't that been around a long time
It
now?
has. It's been not as long as Miss USA, but Miss America, I mean. So
Yeah,
Miss America and Miss USA are two different things.
yeah, I know.
And then we have this one new one,
With the fat woman and the
right,
man.
called Miss American Miss.
Miss American
I know
Miss.
this
That's
is like
stupid.
a Monty Python skit we're in right now, but this is what it is.
Sorry, my butt just really hurts.
So a lot of people they got
I need a chair.
all worked up because it wasn't the big fat woman that won in Alabama was not part of Miss America,
She
and
was
she was
Miss
not
American Miss, right?
right, and she wasn't part of Miss USA. Miss USA we saw was that
It
blonde
doesn't
woman.
matter, Paul. She won a freaking contest.
Yes.
Were they all like ugly like her? Or
No.
okay, then yeah.
Right. So you're right. It doesn't really matter. So they have different because anyone can start a pageant organization.
Like, why
And
don't they just start one for like obese women or something, and then like I don't know.
well, that's further confusing because you remember years ago they had Miss America, and then they had Miss Black America. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then, but it got confusing because one year the winner of Miss America was black, and then you also had a Miss Black America winner. So you got really confused about that. I
At
don't
the
know.
university, they
Do they
had
still have Miss Black America? I do not know.
at the university we
Mm.
had the black Miss Black and Gold pageant. The black girls would. So they should have like a white version, the peaches and cream.
Oh, that'd be racist. That'd be
They
racist.
would.
That racist. So uh, I guess the point is I'm trying to make because some people kind of got upset about this, and I want to clear this a record because I don't want to fake news. There's three different organizations. This real heavy woman wasn't part of Miss America or Miss USA. She was part of National American Miss.
But it doesn't matter. She won a beauty contest. The fact she won any beauty contest is
Right.
why.
Well, we
Like,
know why
well, we
because
do, but
yeah,
it's like, come on, it's not. I don't hate fat people. Like I have friends with a lot of fat people, but it's like
are fat
it's
people
not.
really jolly? I think fat people are usually more mean than jolly. I don't buy that jolly fat people. Usually
They're,
fat people they're kind of bitchy. I
they're
don't
more
like
like the
that.
women on Married with Children.
Yeah, they're not.
Like
They're not the
not
jolly.
always. I have some
Yeah.
friends that are overweight and they're nice, but that doesn't mean you should celebrate it because it is unhealthy.
Well, it's
You
gross.
should
It's not
encourage
good.
people.
It's not good
No,
looking.
you
I don't care
shouldn't.
about the health. I care about if it looks good, and it doesn't look good.
But either way, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good all around. And I think it would make them feel better if they lost the weight. You never see videos of people like, oh, I put on 200 pounds and I feel awesome. But you see videos where people lose weight and they're all happy,
Well,
like Richard Simmons would have like people on.
they have two options. They could either change their life to lose weight, or they want you to change your opinion to think that is healthy and nice
Right.
looking. And so this why we say the left they don't deal with reality. They think they can just pretend things into existence, and that's what they're doing. So it is a denial of reality.
It is.
So that is what is
The
happening
same with
now.
having that man in there.
Right. So
It's
I'm going to
just,
go over this because I had a request from someone from Alabama that wanted me to clarify this. I'm going to clarify this on the Ramsey Paul show. So I'll do that on not Monday because I'm not doing the show Monday. On Tuesday, I will clarify this. But you guys got a sneak preview of that controversy. So yeah, that was kind of.
yeah, it seems like you've been talking about this for like 20 minutes.
Wow. Well,
It's like you said, like a Monty Python. You should just title Night Owls Miss America, Miss American Miss, or Miss USA.
yeah, it's kind of like
Because
who
it's like
cares?
most of the stuff we talk.
Eventually,
When I was a girl, I did like to watch Miss Teen USA because I remember when I was little, I liked shit like that.
did I tell you
I
my
used
grandmother and Miss Junior Miss, I think it was,
really,
she was a judge. My grandmother.
really.
Yes. Because she worked at Carson Peary Scott. That was a high-end department store in Chicago. And she went somewhere and she was a judge. So she actually enjoyed that.
That'd be
And
kind
she
of
also ran a charm school at the department store. Have you ever
Is,
been to a charm school?
do you think I've been to a charm school?
I
No.
that would be kind of neat.
Somebody said a funny comment though that I like
What?
in here. He said fat girls are awesome because you don't have to try so hard and they will put a lot of extra effort into every aspect of a relationship other than losing weight. Well, didn't Coach Red Pill say something on your show about fat women?
I
I know he made some joke that made me laugh about riding fat women. He
or
was in the news.
I
I
know.
guess Kino Casino covered it, and they like.
Well, he was killed in he was murdered in
I'm not
Ukraine.
laughing that he died, but just he was talking about all the grifts he had going on at different times in his
Yeah,
career, and he just wouldn't get the hell out of there.
yeah, I
He had
know.
to just, like live stream it, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Just get the hell out.
We got a lot of people on X tonight, so that's good. We're over 1,000 people, so a lot of fun.
That's good.
So let's see what time. 11:30. So that was what time did we start? 10:30.
10:30.
Yeah, that's kind of the stuff I had written down. Do you have other stuff, or
Nope.
do you want to
Do
add
you
kind
have
of?
all the
Yeah, I think we got all the chats
Did
and
you do the
everything.
happy birthday one?
Yeah, I did do the happy birthday one
Okay.
from Yo Diddy. Yes, so I was a good birthday. I had a great time, and tomorrow we got a lot of stuff we're doing. So tomorrow's Saturday's my no content day. So that's one day I don't do any content. And it's kind of my day off. And then Sunday we have the round table. No night owls. Night owls we're gonna be Friday nights now.
And normally it'll be later. It'll be
Probably later, but it's
11:30.
gonna be Friday nights, not Sunday anymore.
I
And
like this better anyway because the weekends usually stuff's going on, and then I have
yeah,
to
it's
try to
kind of a good
remember like,
kickoff
oh,
of
I
the
gotta squeeze
weekend.
night owls in, and
Yeah, Sunday night's kind of like because you got to go back to work and this,
right.
and then I gotta go. I get up early to do my content, my videos, guys, because I do my videos every morning. So I get up at 6 a.m. and start working on my videos, and so I kind of go to bed early on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
So this works kind of better.
Sunday
So
night's always kind of gloom for me because I have to go
yeah,
back to work, and
I
I
never
never
liked
liked
Sunday
Sunday.
nights even in school.
Me
It's like,
either, because you knew like, oh, I have to go back to school tomorrow.
well, I usually had, I put off my homework sometimes, and it's like Sunday night I had to do my homework. And
Friday night is always my favorite
yeah, but
day of the
mine
week.
too. Yeah, Friday's
And
my
when I was a
favorite.
kid, I got to go roller skating on
Mm,
Friday nights, and it was so awesome. And then just the 10 of us came on.
yeah.
So I'd go roller skating, come home, watch just the 10 of us. It was
Hmm.
perfect.
Yeah, that
If
was
I
the
could go
thing.
back in a time machine, that's what I would do. I would go back and be like a 10-year-old kid again and
Yeah.
just roller skate and watch TV in the
Well, I used
80s.
to when I was in school to come home, and we're talking how things were different because there was no internet, and we were. It was funny because you were on a TV a couple hours a day, and everyone's like, "You're wasting your life on that damn TV, the boob tube,"
Like
and that
buttons.
was only like 2 hours a day, and
Right.
now we're on people on the internet all day long. But yeah, I would get home, and my parents were divorced. My dad still be at work, latchkey kid, and then I would turn on like Gilligan's Island, I Dream of Jeannie in the afternoon.
I watch Brady Bunch in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
And then in the evening, I would, after dinner, do homework maybe. And then sometimes there were sitcoms because America's more cohesive. People tended to watch the same stuff.
We did, and then you would go to
Yeah.
school and talk about it. I
Yeah.
remember when I was in ninth grade, I guess,
Hmm.
me and Moscow were both watching 90210, and it was the
Yeah.
one where Donna wasn't going to get to graduate because she got drunk at the
Hmm.
prom. And I remember picking up that phone. We were both on that phone, like, oh my God, did you watch 90210? And we were all like that. You'd be like, oh, did you see the new Beavis and
Hmm.
Butthead? I mean, it was like that really until I would say like 2004,
Right.
something like that. Because my friends, we all would watch, we'd have Simpsons night, South Park. Everybody kind of watched the same shows. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess the last show everybody really got into together, I felt like was kind of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. People don't do that anymore because the
No,
country's fractured. Everyone has
it's
their,
kind of sad,
yeah.
but when they try to put all this politics and all
Yeah.
everything now too, and I think that isolates a lot of people because it used to be like everyone would watch things like you said, and now it's like,
And then at least in Colorado at 10 o'clock was the news. I never watch local news anymore. We don't have a TV
no.
really. We don't have a, well, you have a TV, but we don't have broadcast TV we ever watch ever. And so I
Mm-mm.
never watch the local news.
Unless we're like at a hotel or
Yeah,
something.
but here we never do.
No.
And so my dad, I remember he would watch like the news at 10 o'clock. It came on at like ABC 9 News in Denver, and then that would be a half hour back then. And then about 10:30, 10:35 would be a MASH rerun.
Oh, we always had to watch MASH.
MASH
I
just
hated
I
that
know
show.
it was the show that jumped the shark. It was good for like 3 seasons. Became real preachy and stupid.
Well, I was a little kid and
Yeah,
we had a black and white TV in our kitchen and our
yeah.
color TV were in the living room. And eventually we all had our own TVs because we didn't like
Hmm.
to watch the same stuff. And we would watch TV while we ate dinner and MASH was always on. And then the news. And then once in a while something cool would be on. Like remember Golden Girls was
Yeah.
on or Alf.
That's another thing people don't realize. I'm thinking technology is different. You don't know a lot of young people the idea of having antennas on your TV and trying to adjust them.
Oh
to
yeah,
get
we
the
didn't have
signal.
that problem really.
We did sometimes. You
We
get
had
some channel
cable.
wouldn't come in well, and then you get some channels come in, but it's real snowy, you
Oh
know.
yeah, remember when HBO, you could
Yeah,
hear it, but you couldn't see it. They
yeah,
had it
yeah,
like scrambled, and sometimes you'd hear a dirty word
yeah.
like
You
through the
know, it was like,
equipment through.
ooh,
Yeah.
I know that was interesting. So
And
that
then
was
we
big.
finally got the movie channel. I remember I begged and begged and begged because I was obsessed with TV and movies, and we got it. And I recorded everything like a crazy person.
And I'm so old. I remember years ago that like say your local TV station, you'd have your broadcast during the evening, your sitcoms, the news, then
Yep.
like MASH, then maybe a late night show like Carson,
Or
and then you
yeah,
would be on. A lot of people forgot this.
the national
National
anthem.
anthem.
Yeah.
They play the national anthem, and that'd be it. They
Yeah.
go off the air until morning.
Yeah.
And
I
it
remember
wasn't
that.
24/7 like they all. I think they're all 24/7 now,
They
right? But
are. Everything's 24 by
yeah,
7 online.
yeah, or even broadcast TV. But
Right.
they would shut down, and then that'd be it for the night. So until the morning. So that was a big change too. So
Yeah, it was kind of fun in a way. It's nice to be able to have all the music and all the things you have with the internet, but it was kind of nice.
and in
Um,
a school have like the ink wells for your
we never
pen.
had an inkwell. Maybe you did. We didn't have
No, I'm
inkwell.
not that old.
We had
Uh,
trapper keepers, which those are back now too.
what?
Trapper keepers, they have them
What?
at Walmart.
What's that?
They're like the folder with the flap over it.
Oh, I
And
had Session didn't even know this. How many of you guys had Peaches? You remember Peaches?
mm,
It had all the
hold
sports
on, I've
letters.
got a trapper keeper from the 80s. I'll
All
show
right.
you.
Yeah, we had Peaches, and when I was in junior high, and excuse me, guys, I don't have my sneeze thing up, but that was a popular thing.
This was my trapper keeper. I gotta clean it up though.
Let
Can
me
I see
let me
it?
just see it so make sure we're showing it.
Trapper keeper.
What's
And
in
then
it?
you open it up. And
Oh, I don't remember having those at
I have
all.
another one with dogs on it too. And we never threw anything away. And so going through my dad's house, I have my old trapper keeper.
Uh-huh.
This one's really cute. See, it's
Yeah.
a pooch. This one actually has folders in it.
Let me see if I can find a
Oh,
Peaches.
speaking of, this is kind of funny. Look at the folders that I had. I had some full folders. See, this is like show and tell time now. I've hijacked your show, Paul.
That's okay. I'm gonna
Show
show
us
the.
that peachy.
Yeah, this
I
is.
don't remember those.
Oh, I had it, man. I don't know if you guys saw it. I had this exact one. I'm gonna open this image just so I can show you guys this one. And yeah, people were right on it. This was funny. This guy did it like a dress, but we would do shit like this. See if you guys remember this. Peachy. And yeah, be the, her and then the football team. And then this guy, they drew this guy, you could tell it's been written on. But Peaches, yeah, we had this and I had this in junior high and high school. I don't think people know this anymore, but we did them.
So so it was in the 70s then.
70s or early 80s, yeah, I guess. It was just something that we
I wonder
had.
if they still make them at all, or they changed it up. The company still exists, or who
Yeah,
made them? It's just Peaches. That was the company.
I don't know. I don't know the whole lore behind it. I just know we had Peaches and our number two pencil.
Oh, we had
Oh, you
those
got to have a number two pencil.
because those pencils were the best, really.
What was number one? I've never
I
heard
don't
of a number
know.
one or number three. That was the thing. You have to have a number two. I'm like, is there any other? Because that's all like the basic pencil. And yeah, you had to have your number. And before the school year, you had to have all this stuff that you had to do. Like sometimes I didn't even know because you never use it. You have to have your protractor and your
Oh yeah,
compass.
I had a
And
protractor.
now they wouldn't allow a lot of the stuff because we had what was that thing that had the real pointy edge and you could draw the
Oh,
circle.
like a drafting pencil, or
Yeah, but it was real pointy. You
oh,
could really
like
stab something. They
I
wouldn't
know
allow it now.
what are those called? I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you put it in, you could draw a
Yeah,
circle.
no, it wasn't a
But it
protractor.
was real pointy. It was like you could stab someone to death. So now, like a diverse school, they wouldn't allow it because you'd be stabbing each other to death. But that was pretty cool. So we had those, and then of course the big erasers, so you can
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
we had those.
And I always hated you erasing, all of a sudden your paper tears. I'm like, fuck. And when I was real little, I remember in elementary school, we'd go out to recess and I'd come back in. I went to a private school, Christian school, and then we'd have to start to write. And I couldn't move my fingers because it'd be so cold. And I'd be like,
Oh yeah,
so that would happen. I remember that. So yeah.
it got cold in Illinois too.
Yeah.
I had a snowsuit that I would wear sometimes. It would get so cold.
And that's when I learned all through my childhood, because people, oh, we got to believe the children. Children are just full of love. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Kids are
At least where
mean.
I was, kids, it's like Lord of the Flies. They're the meanest evil bastards that ever
They
existed.
are.
And I'm talking all whites too. So this is
Right.
all white school, but man, there'd be evil kids.
They weren't as evil as the black kids, but they
No,
were.
we didn't have them,
In
but
seventh
still,
grade, we had them, and they were mean.
you had bullies, you had just mean
We did
people.
too. Oh,
It
here's
was
the
just,
other one. We'll show you this one.
all right, let me make sure you can see this here and bring this up. Yeah.
This is from sometime in the 80s, but look at the folders. 90210,
Oh yeah.
90210. We were just talking about that too. It's
Mhm.
funny. 90210. There's Brandon. And then I had this one, Mario and Zelda. Or not Zelda, Link. And the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And this one's very 80s. I'm not sure. It almost looks like Lisa Frank, but I don't think it is. No, it's Pizzazz.
Did you have Sasha when
1989.
maybe I'm older, so you didn't. Well, I am older, but when I went to school, we had a cafeteria, and you could either get your lunch, or you had to get a little ticket to prove you paid,
Yeah, we
or
had
you could
one.
bring your like lunch box or a bag,
Yes.
and then you get your milks, and they're like these little things like this, either white or chocolate. Remember that? They
Yes,
were so
I
tiny.
do.
And then you'd have that, and I don't know if they still in the school cafeterias, and that
Well,
was
they
a
had
good time.
peanut butter, and a lot of schools now don't allow peanut butter because of peanut
Hmm.
allergies. And I remember in seventh grade, if you forgot your lunch or you didn't have like a lunch ticket, like you were
Hmm.
talking about, that's what you would get for lunch. They'd give you a peanut butter sandwich. Because I never complained or peanut butter and jelly. I was always like, that's fine. Peanut butter and jelly is
Oh,
awesome.
and out and after lunch or in recesses, like Lord of the Flies, they had hardcore playground equipment. Remember the jungle gym was a tall thing people climb on? Once my dad had to come pick up my brother because he fell off and hit his head. He fell off the jungle gym.
Aw,
And this is like, I don't know. But you remember those as big metal things they took
yes.
those away, I think. And then you,
Well, we used to have that T-ball thing or whatever. You'd throw that ball on a chain.
oh, tetherball.
Tetherball.
Oh,
That
that
was,
was a sadistic game
yeah.
because I just remember being real cold in Colorado, and they're getting the ball going so fast, you're trying to get in front of it and get whacked in the head.
I miss back then. It was
Yeah,
nice. I remember McDonald's had all the McDonald's stuff. I had my birthday party there once, and we got to go around and we'd spin on that wheel
yeah.
and try not to get sick.
Let's see here. Oh, we got a couple other rants, so
Oh, I
thank
haven't
you
been paying
guys.
attention to the rants.
Yeah, happy birthday and greetings from
Santa
Santa Fe, New
Fe.
Mexico.
Ooh.
You know, we were just in New Mexico this year, and we
We
really love
almost
it.
went to Santa Fe too.
Yeah, we drove through it on the way to California. And when we got married, it was I was supposed to go to my dad's memorial, but there was like 3 feet of snow. It got canceled. It came back on, but nevertheless, we went a different route and we went through New Mexico. Had a good time. Rouse, how many words does Worski speak in this clip? Let's just take a look at it
This
here.
ought to be funny.
Worski's always the guy. PPP's like the funny guy, and Worski's the guy who goes,
Worski's like a
oh,
meathead or something.
yeah,
Like, you know what I
he's a
mean?
sidekick.
He's just dumb.
Justice for Sonny! We need proof of life for Pupper Sonny. Nick Rekieta stands accused of killing his little pug Sonny. The dog was never bathroom trained. They locked the dog 24 hours a day in a coke-filled drug den bathroom.
What?
They were doing all
What?
these drugs around the poor animal that just shit inside in their $1 million
It's like
mansion.
clapping like a
There's no
seal.
record of the dog in the police report. Aaron is concerned the dog has.
Well, we're not gonna go the whole 5 minutes, but yeah, thank you for that. That is funny. Worski. Well,
That
you
is
know, he's the
funny.
sidekick, whatever. Hello, this is Dion Isa. Hello from Florida. Dia, is that Dia and Will?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
can't
guys. I
see it that
appreciate.
good.
Yeah, our eyes are
Oh,
like.
you got a birthday present you should thank too.
Oh,
Before
that
you
wasp
forget,
thing.
because I'm remembering it right now.
Yeah, thank you for that. I got a
Yeah,
wasp.
I don't remember who sent it.
I'll
There's
have to
a
look.
note
It's
in
at the
it,
house, so I will get to that. Yeah.
which is good because there are wasps and we can use
I
it.
hate wasps. Yeah. So
I
they
do
are.
too. Mosca got stung like 30 times helping my dad with the roof.
I know that was poor Moscow.
These are funny. I break for dinosaurs.
You know.
Dynamite.
Oh, I remember
Dinosaurs always
that.
been
That was the
popular.
Good Times. Dynamite. And that was
Social studies. Do they even teach that anymore in school? I
yeah,
don't
they
even know
call
what
it.
they teach
It was
anymore.
funny because that used to be English, and then they changed it when I was in school to language
It
arts.
was language arts when I was in school.
Yeah, language arts, and it used to be English, but they
It's like
changed it.
what the George Carlin thing where he talks
Yeah,
about euphemisms.
yeah. It is kind of peachy folders. Uh,
That was funny, that Worski clip. He was just like, whoa, ooh, oh.
that's what we gotta do. I'll do my routine, and you can do the funny noises and stuff.
Well, I'm kind of the sidekick too.
Yeah, but you're kind of the main character for this show, or at least
I
we're
don't think
co-main
so.
characters on Night Owls. I don't think so. I don't think Night Owls would be the same without you. So, it's definitely the thing. So yeah, I was going back down memory lane, and then we had a swing set of course.
We did too. I love my swing set.
I got hit in the head once. I was walking behind one and got boom,
Oh
my
yeah,
head knocked out.
that's easy to happen.
Yeah.
I remember my dad yelled at my friend Shala because she was older than me by a couple years, and he
Mhm.
said she was fat and she was gonna mess up the swing because it was like dug in the ground, and he had to get onto her because he said she was too big and fat to be on my swing set.
And then us boys, we would play a game, and it wouldn't be allowed anymore. We called it Smear the Queer. And the idea was you get the ball, and that meant you're the queer, and everyone else had to beat the hell out of you until you threw the ball away, because that means you gave up. So there was never really any goal.
Right?
You just try to get the ball, and they're like, he's the queer, and they just all come at you and just start beating the shit out of you until you're like, stop, and you throw the ball. And then someone else would try to, I guess they wanted to be the queer, so you get the ball, right? And then the next guy got the ball, he would try to run, and all the boys would run and try to pound
Yeah.
on him. It always ended in tears, always ended in tears. So, but I don't think they play that game anymore.
No. Did you play freeze tag when you were a kid? We used to play that.
What?
Freeze tag.
Free
Or
tag?
freeze tag. Like
Oh,
you'd be running or something and they'd hit you and you'd have to freeze and
I've heard of
stop.
that. No, we didn't. I don't think we played when I was older dodgeball. That was pretty
I
sadistic.
hated dodgeball.
Boom! I know.
We played that in school. I remember because I would never play that for fun. I love the parachute in school though. Did you guys have the big parachute?
Mm-mm. We played kickball. Did you play kickball?
Yes.
That was kind of
But
fun.
the big, no, ping pong was fun too. But I
Yeah.
love that there was a big parachute and everyone would grab it in and you'd like lift it up and do all this stuff and people would run under the parachute. I can't believe you guys didn't have a big parachute.
I hated in
It was the
gym when they
funnest
had
part of gym.
like rope day, and you're supposed to
Oh,
climb
I
up a
hated
rope.
rope. I could never do that. Or when they'd make you do the run.
Yeah.
I was a lazy TV watching kid. And so it was just like I remember me and my friend walked the mile. We didn't even care if we failed. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna run a mile.
Yeah, they would have the rope day, then you're supposed to run day, and there's a lot of stuff on that. So yeah,
Yeah, I hated gym class.
I did too. That's why I went into band, so I didn't have to take gym.
I was
So
in gym with Mosca and we would just sit up in the bleachers and laugh and make fun of the other kids, even though neither one of us like had any room to make fun of anyone.
right.
But we would be up there laughing and carrying on. And I remember the teacher knew, the coach, he's like, yeah, you guys aren't ever going to do anything, are you? And we're both like, no. And he goes, if you dress out one time and just do anything, walk around or just do something, I'll give you a D and pass you. And so we did. We dressed out one
Even
day.
back in my day, gym teachers were really weird people.
Oh, they're real weird.
That's like teachers themselves. No offense to any teachers out there, but they're a weird
Well,
profession.
one of the teachers that
But
taught
gym
me.
teachers are weird even for teachers.
Oh yeah, they are weird. I had my gym teacher looked like Geraldo. Like he did, and he was never very friendly. But I had one teacher that was a coach in ninth grade, and
Mhm.
or it was eighth grade. He ended up getting busted for like sleeping with a 13
Well,
year
don't they
old.
aren't all like gym teachers involved with some sexual scandal, usually like lesbian or something, like at least with the
It
girls.
seems like it.
Yeah, there's gym teachers are notorious for that. And they were like really frustrated people that took their anger out on the kids, kind of like that Pink Floyd song.
Right.
They would be like, they thought they were a military dictator and were like 10 years old, 12 years
I
old.
never liked the gym teacher. When I was a
No.
kid, my favorite teacher was the art teacher. We had
Yeah,
this Irish art teacher. He was cool.
yeah.
And my chapter one teacher was cool. Mrs. Oshiba.
Sheba, that sounds
She'd
Japanese.
come in and she was white though.
Oh,
Maybe she was married to a Japanese guy. but she's the one that would teach you how to do stuff, like tell time, and
Yeah.
I don't know, she was a nice lady.
Yeah. So that was, and then we had every once in a while field trips, and you had to get permission
I loved
slips.
going on field trips, and then my aunt was the what do you call it? Like
Chaperone.
one of them, and it was great because nobody picked on me when she was
Oh,
there.
that's
Because
good.
I got messed with. They knew if like your parent was there or
Yeah.
something, they wouldn't bother you.
Yeah, I remember they took us to the zoo, but that it created it's such a fiasco. They had to stop doing that
I don't think we went to the zoo in elementary school. When we're older, we
because it
didn't.
was like this was high school. It's like, oh, you're supposed to go to the zoo. We're going on a field trip. You have to learn about the animals and write about them. And it turned out to just be a total fiasco. No kid did that. They were just all running around like we were all running around like monkeys ourselves. So
We
it
went
was
to a
crazy.
chicken plant like for one of ours. I'm not even joking. When I moved to Arkansas, like they took us to the chicken plant.
Wow, that's a field trip.
We never got to go
We're
anywhere.
gonna go to the
We
slaughterhouse here,
never got to go
Sasha.
anywhere cool. Like you and Brandon would talk about, yeah, pretty much. It was like something out of King of the
Yeah,
Hill.
you get to
You,
slaughter a cow for your field
it's like
trip.
King of the Hill or
Then you
something.
have your lunch at the cafeteria.
You and yeah, you and Brandon were always, oh, I get to go to Disneyland or wherever. They go to like Silver Dollar City or just somewhere. I mean, Silver Dollar City's okay,
Well, that's when
but
I
it's
was in a
not.
jazz band. I was pretty good. We would travel. That was pretty fun. I
That
did
would be
like that.
fun.
I had a good time then. I didn't mind high school.
High school was kind of
Junior
fun.
high sucked. I
I
hated
hated
junior
junior
high.
high. I think everybody did.
Well, it was worse for me because we moved to a new
We did
neighborhood.
too.
I didn't know anyone from
Same here.
elementary,
Yep.
didn't have any friends, and
Same
it's an
here.
awkward
Yep.
age. You're going through puberty, but you just feel really shy, and it was just a horrible
Same
time.
with me. We moved when I
You
was in
know,
eighth grade, and I'd lived in the same house for my whole life. And then my uncle died, and it was just me
mm,
and my dad living
yeah,
together in this house. And we didn't have like cable
yeah,
anymore, and we lived out in the country. And I was used to living in the city and going to
yeah,
movies and going doing fun shit. And then I didn't know anybody.
right.
And then I couldn't go to the movies or go. I rented a ton of movies back then though. Because people don't know now because you have all the stuff you need, but back then you'd have to go to a video store and like
Oh, I remember
rent.
that. I remember before Blockbuster, everyone had the mom and pop
They were
video stores.
better.
Yeah,
The mom and pop
they
stores
were
were
nice.
better than
Yeah,
Blockbuster, I thought. I love going to Friday nights we'd go rent movies and get pizza. It
remember
was the
always in the
funnest thing
back they'd have
ever.
the porno movies.
Well, I didn't know about that when I was a
Oh, I
kid.
knew
I was
about
really
it.
sheltered. I didn't know
Yeah.
about that.
So they had that, and
I
that was
don't
a
know if ours did. I don't know if video I went to Video Unlimited.
oh,
That was the mom and pop one near us. And then was Hollywood Video came out. That was kind of a chain too. That was
mm-hmm.
later. But yeah, I remember my friend found Getting Lucky, that movie where the kid finds a leprechaun in the beer bottle. I almost started to think I dreamed that up because I saw it on USA Up All Night. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that? And it was on really late at night, and I watched it and I thought it was hilarious, and I never saw it again. Couldn't find it anywhere, and just gave up on it kind of. And then I thought, did I dream of that movie? And then she found it at one of those video stores in Rockford in the
Yeah,
late 90s, and it was so funny.
yeah. Well, I'll say that it actually was kind of better back then because it kind of forced more structure into your life. You had to go to the rental place, like Blockbuster or whatever. You had to look through the movies, decide, pick it, and then you have something everyone would watch.
Right.
And so you get home and watch it. Whereas now everything's streaming, you just put something on for a little bit, then you forget about it. It's almost too many options
Well,
now.
there are. I almost spend more time looking through shit than if I did have to go to a video store and pick something out. You know what I mean?
Well, it kind of forced you to go through the whole movie too, because you had to take it back and then in a couple days or
Well, you
whatever.
paid for it
You
too, and
paid for
so
it, so you're
yeah.
like, I should watch it. Whereas now it's easy to just do that. Let's see. Oh, I got a
Oh,
super
this
chat.
is a funny one too.
Yeah. If no more diamond and silk, you remember we used to do ruby and wool.
Yeah.
Sasha always hated that, but I liked it. We've been talking about doing skits, but
I don't think that one would be a good idea. He said, "How about a PPP Warski skit with Rams and Sasha? Who would play Warski? Would be pretty simple." Yeah, can you imagine? Then we'd be getting a-logged on their show all the time. Like, I mean, you would be PPP and I would be Warski, I think.
probably, yeah. So I'd have to wear a fat suit or something,
And
but
I could
yeah.
just be like, "Ooh, ooh, 80, 180 days sober, guys." Yeah, I don't do drugs anymore. Like, 'cause he's always telling you about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if my voice is he grunts a lot, like a caveman or something.
yeah,
PvP just had to do the preacher thing.
yeah.
Ricada knew that he was sleeping with all these, like,
I
in this poly relationship he was supposed to have. It's so
what's
funny.
the big? I got out of the drama ever since the Ricada.
Oh
What's the new
man.
thing now that everyone's fussing about?
Something about Gator, Ralph's old co-host, but I don't know what's going on with that. Guys, if the casinos out there, do some snips on that because I don't have time to watch like 5-hour streams they do, so I'll do the clip channel.
Hmm.
And that's kind of how I catch up. And sometimes I'll go on Kiwi Farms, but sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time. I'd rather just, I don't know, you get in a rabbit hole on there and it starts entertaining me a little too much. And I'm like, oh, this is funny. And then before you know it, 2 hours are up. I should be working or doing something else.
Well, you show me because you were subscribed to
I've watched Red Bar too.
Kumia and
Gavin.
Gavin. No, they're funny.
They
They really
are.
are.
Somebody says I should watch Red Bar. I went through a phase where I watched a lot of Red Bar, but some of the stuff he covers, I don't know. And I don't know. The last couple times I watched him, I think he was that funny. I
Yeah.
don't know. He used to be really funny, and he did the Crowder stuff, and it was so funny. But I don't know. Sometimes he comes off as kind of
A lot of
angry.
the stuff I don't know because I don't follow a lot of these people, and so I don't know who they are, the gossip or anything like that.
Oh, they're telling me the Ricada drama. Oh, I know all the Ricada drama.
Yeah, that's kind of old though, right?
Well, there's new stuff coming out like every day. Like apparently
Right.
he didn't. That guy that was in the polycule with him
Yeah.
keeps running his mouth on his show. You could have probably interviewed him on your show, Paul. He was going on all the shows. His name's Aaron something.
I wouldn't know what to ask him. I never
Still,
followed Ricada or anything.
just you don't have to. Just bring him on and just say stuff like, "Well, were you in love with Ricada's wife?" And
It
he'll
was he
just like take it
was he
from
part of
there.
like the swinger group with
Yes, and
okay.
he left. His wife was the one you said, the
Was
young
cute.
one.
Yeah.
Yes,
And that was the one Ricada was sleeping with.
yes,
And he
and
was
he sleeping
sleeping.
with Ricada's
I
wife,
gotcha.
and they were in a polycule together, allegedly.
What's that mean?
Multiple people in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
But this is what this guy says, this Aaron guy.
So it's pretty
Um,
degenerate.
yes, because he was supposed to be Mr. Family Man and all this stuff.
And they say that Megan Kelly's degenerate because she
Oh,
said
come
married
on.
couples should have sex together. This is
Come
bizarre.
on. But they'll defend
Hmm.
Ricada. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
lot of these people are defending him because his kids, they said that they weren't taking care of the kids. Their kids
Yeah.
smelled and hadn't changed clothes in days, and they were hungry because their parents were doing cocaine and having sex with each other with all these people. So it's pretty bad. But supposedly now the big news is their dog was not potty trained and it was like crapping in the room where they would do cocaine or something. and, and they had some poor pug dog. I don't know. The whole drama spirit, it's like this decade's Jerry Springer to me.
Yeah, it
Kind of,
is.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
I
just
know
kind of
it's
fun.
trash, it's degenerate, I shouldn't watch it. It doesn't help anything. But it's like a train wreck, you can't look away. It's kind of like those black videos of them attacking each other and stuff or getting pulled over. It's just funny.
It is.
Like some of
And
that stuff just makes me laugh.
it is just the crazy lives people lead, and it's just I know. I mean it.
And
Some
it
of
makes
it's
you
true.
feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
I was thinking that I thought I don't want to have surgery and it makes me nervous, but would I rather be that or have to go on trial for cocaine possession like Ricada? And
Hmm.
it's like, no, I'd rather be in my shoes than his. At least I didn't like lose my kids for not like washing them and feeding them.
Yeah.
So
So
there's somebody else that's always like in a worse shape than you are, I guess, is that shows like that make you feel better about yourself.
well, people like, and this is not a good characteristic of people, but people like to see people that make it famous a lot of money. They like to see them fall.
Yeah, it's a
It, it
jealousy thing
it's an
maybe.
envy thing. They like to see that, and
I don't. I really want people to be happy.
yeah.
I really do.
But that is common, so it's something that happens.
Oh,
So
that's funny. Are you
yeah.
gonna show that?
No, because
Oh,
YouTube may
violence.
call it violence or something
Yeah,
that's
YouTube
dumb.
seems like it's being dicks again.
Yeah, I had a, like I said, told you guys today, I had a video. I had a, I didn't get a strike, but they pulled it down the algorithm because it happened really quick, and they said it was spam. And what it was, they showed the link because I had links in my video linking to news on MSNBC. I mean, this is mainstream news, and the algorithm picked that up as spam.
Yeah,
So,
that's stupid.
so I took the video down, removed the links, loaded it. It's fine, but it's like, it's so stupid. We're having this whole competency crisis
Oh
because
God, everywhere you go, had a package. It was
yeah,
supposed to be delivered to your house, my future house too. and these idiots delivered it to your neighbor. And it was like, what are you doing? And then this idiot, I bought this awesome Care Bear igloo. I figured if you take it on vacations and stuff, I got a good deal on it. And the guy didn't put enough postage on it. They returned it to sender. And the thing on the scan said that it was returned because it was undeliverable as addressed, but it wasn't. The lady looked because it's a P.O. box, and she said, no, they didn't put enough postage on it, so the guy gave me a refund. And then I bid on it again, and he was almost complaining about it. Like, well, I already refund you once. It said the address was bad. And it's like, no, you didn't put enough postage on. So it's just nonstop with these things.
Hey, it's already Saturday. It's midnight here, so
All right,
it's off
your
my
birthday's
birthday.
over. Well,
We're still
no,
gonna
in
celebrate today.
California,
Yeah, we're gonna still
it's
celebrate
still
it.
your birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate it today too later. So,
Yeah,
and
I don't know. I think the story with Ricade is kind of sad, really.
it
Because
is
it's
because
like
there's
he had
kids
5
involved. Yeah,
kids, and they seemed like there's a picture of him and his wife, and they're both like, they looked happy and
yeah.
attractive. They're
It's too
younger,
bad
and
when
it's like,
people
I don't
get
know.
rich and famous, they just can't chill a little bit. They have to go crazy. I don't.
Right.
It happens a lot. Like a lot of lottery winners, it destroys their life because they just, I don't know, go crazy with it. I'd be very careful with it. I think
I would
my
be,
personality too.
I'm still like obsessive about
Yeah.
money and
hmm
making money, and
Yeah.
I don't want to end up broke. I try to be somewhat careful because I've been poor forever.
Yeah.
And I think people just get it and they think that it's like having like endless money, and before you know it, you're broke if you're not bringing any money in.
Yeah.
Like
No.
MC Hammer had all that money, and then he was having gold tile put in his floor and all this dumb
Yeah.
shit, and he went broke. And so many people
That
go
happens.
broke like
Yeah.
that.
But it's not just spending money wild. It's just getting into drugs, heavy drugs, and weird sexual shit.
I
Because
wonder if
just think about, allegations with Crowder and all those people.
right,
And I don't know, why can't you just have that all and just like kind of be
enjoy
chill
it.
and not be just go
Right.
crazy with it.
I think if I'm just guessing, I don't know Ricada really. I never followed him. I'd follow, when other people
Yeah.
would talk about him, like the casino, but I think maybe he was having a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I don't know. You get to a certain age, and it's probably a lot of pressure. He has like 5 kids, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I
Well,
don't know.
buy a Corvette or do something like that, but not,
I know. I'm not saying I agree with
Yeah.
it, but yeah, you're right. I don't.
it just
People
seemed really
can't
weird.
handle it.
Yeah, but that's my goal. I want to grow the show so I get rich, so I become like a drug addict. There's scandals and all that type of stuff. So that's my goal.
Ramsey Paul behind the camera.
Behind the camera, behind the scenes. And then you could do a tell-all book and everything, and there'd be scandals and everything.
He said inappropriate words.
Yeah, you could start a rumor that one day you allegedly heard me say the N-word one day.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so stupid, that Trump stuff. You don't think if that existed it would be out
I
somewhere?
don't know.
They think Trump is that stupid that if he was gonna say
Do you
that,
think he's ever said the N-word?
probably.
I don't know.
I
know
bet he has. I mean, he was born in like 1940,
Yeah.
what, 6?
So have I
Something
ever
like
said the
that,
N-word? I
48.
don't think I.
When was Trump born? Late
I don't know.
40s?
Yeah.
So it's like he probably has said it at some
I
point in
haven't
his
said
life.
it though, but that's.
I mean, he had to deal with mobsters and stuff to
I
get
know.
buildings up in Manhattan. He did.
I know. It's so dumb.
But who cares?
I don't care.
I don't either.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, before we close, one other thing. The Bidens are the worst, most horrible people ever.
They are.
That lady that Hunter Biden got pregnant and had a kid with, that's from Arkansas, like she was on Megyn Kelly's show and she wrote a book and she interviewed her, and I felt bad for the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she still kind of likes Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And they were together a year, and they made it sound like it was a one-night stand, and the Biden family act like that the poor kid doesn't exist. She had to do a DNA
Yeah, they don't
test.
recognize. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad. That's their grandkid, or at least Biden.
They're a shitty family.
They're
They really
horrible.
are.
And Hunter, like, what a scumbag that guy is. And for a second, I almost felt kind of bad that, like, thinking, well, he's got this horrible drug problem, but who knows how he grew up with his dad being all messed up. Maybe he grew up all, like, screwed up. But then you hear all the horrible things, like, that he was talking about that woman like he didn't even know her.
Yeah.
That's your, like, baby's mom. And
that is.
he just
fishy,
seems like a crackhead that only cares about being a crackhead.
That's what he is, yeah.
Because she was saying, like, that he was a good person deep down and he had good qualities, but it's like, well, where are they? Like, you see the way he treats.
Well, Biden and that diary from Ashley was legit. It wasn't fake. He showered with his daughter.
There's something sinister about them.
And
like
she thought it was, even at the time she wrote in the diary, she thought that was inappropriate.
well, wasn't Joe Biden like having an affair with Jill? Wasn't she like their
Yeah.
babysitter?
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole family. I almost think we always talk about the Clintons. I
They're
almost
trash,
think
yeah.
they're worse. I don't
Yeah.
know, just the way they treated that kid
I
and
never
that
realized
girl.
how bad Biden was. I always thought he
He
was kind of like a
sucks.
grandpa type guy, but I knew he was somewhat corrupt, but I never knew how horrible he really was. He's a piece of shit. He
He
really
is.
is. And that's why I don't really, usually I don't like to make fun of old people because we all get old, but I don't really give a shit about him and his,
I don't
you
either.
know,
Well, he said horrible things about white people and
everyone. Yeah, so
like Trump supporter, like
fuck
any,
him.
like yeah.
I don't care about his Alzheimer's and any of that shit.
And all they've done is like steal our money
Yeah,
and go
no.
fight these wars and pad their pockets. I heard AOC. What did I hear that she's worth? I don't know if this is true, but it was like million, like I want to say like $100 million or something insane. It was like in the millions. I think Gavin said something. They were talking about her
Mm-hmm.
and how much. But why is somebody like that? Where did all that money come from? From bribes.
Right.
And you know what?
Yeah,
All
they're
that they're
corrupt.
all so
I know.
gross, and they're the reason our country is full
I know.
of all these people, and we can't close the border. I mean, these politicians have destroyed America.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I
are
don't know how
terrible.
else you say it. They're evil.
They really are. That
And the
really is.
Democrats are worse than the Republicans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they
At least like to Trump. Now the rhinos, they're just as bad. Like people like Nikki Haley, but
Yeah.
and then the libertarians, like who do you nominate? Like this SJW creep. That's for like story hour and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just kind of depressing.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, we'll probably should wrap up. It's about midnight.
Yeah,
So it's been
Paul's
fun,
probably
guys.
hanging on by a thread here.
Well, I get up at 6,
Yeah, I
so
know.
I have a long day. So, but it's been fun, guys. I really do
Did you
appreciate it.
make sure you got all the rants and everything?
I think
Just in
so.
case.
And I always tell, yeah, here's this, and then I check my.
Check the rant thing though, because last time you missed like 3 almost.
Let me go. Okay. Actually, I closed the tab accidentally. So let's see.
I'm just saying that always seems to happen though.
I know I try not to, but I think we got them all. But I'll check a look here. So let's see here. Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay.
So I think we got them all. So thank you guys. It's been fun. And again, we're going to keep doing this on Friday nights. We've moved this from Sunday, so we won't be doing it this Sunday. And I won't have a show on Monday. So, but Tuesday I will. So again, thanks guys, and
Have a good
talk to you
night.
guys later. Bye bye.